So a headlamp like this is a must. And you can put it on this mode to let everybody know you're here. So AJ, you think that'll fit in there?
Maybe.
This next item is really important because you do not want to be crooked. Campground water, RV park water is questionable. I'm Tom.
And I'm Cherie.
And we're EnjoyTheJourney.Life. We are back with AJ at eTrailer talking about RV basic supplies. What are the very basic supplies you need to get started on the road in your RV? What's the first item you have for us there, AJ?
Wheel chocks. Really important to chalk the wheels of your trailer when you have it parked. That way it doesn't move on you if you're on an incline or anything like that. Now we have the Flint Hill Goods rubberized ones, so there's going to be solid rubber here. So they're not the plastic ones that can break or wear down over time. They're going to be really solid, and you can see on the trailer behind me, we've got them in the front of the tires and the back, really protecting from going anywhere. Probably a good idea to go ahead and get 4 of these. You see there's one on the back and the front of each tire, and it's going to be the same on the other side, just to keep the trailer in place. Something else I want to note is you can use rocks or planks of wood, but those are going to eventually break down. So that's the basic of basic, but that wood's going to collect moisture when it rains and just absorb that water and eventually fail on you. It's better just to start with the nice rubber chalk that's going to last and not break down.
Another campsite basic that you are going to want to have is levelers like this.
These blocks are going to help you level out your rig, so if you parked unevenly and you need to adjust that, you can fix them in whatever configuration you need them. They just clip into each other, just like that. So if we needed just a little bit more raise, you can park your tire up here and level out that side. Now you have to get it for the other side as well to evenly level everything, but these blocks give you the option to help you out, so you can use them on your tires or even your jack up front if you need a little more height. Stack it up like that and it won't have to go down as far. You'll get that extra height out of it. It's really going to help you level out your trailer if you're manually leveling it.
And actually even for people like myself that have hydraulic leveling, they actually recommend you to pre-level sometimes so that you don't bring all the tires off the ground. And something like this, you'd probably want 2 or 3 kits like that to make sure you have enough of these in every situation. But you have an add-on to this as well.
So it also comes with a stack of chalk, so it's going to work with it. It's going to go right up top. And now you have a chalk on the front, so when you pull up on there, the tire will hit it. Otherwise, without this, sometimes you can't get your regular chalks to work because they're not going to be right alongside these blocks. Plus, your tire is going to be elevated and in a different spot too.
I have had that very issue. So yeah, definitely get the add-on stacker chalk there. This next item is really important because you do not want to be crooked when you are in your RV. You want to be level, right AJ?
That's right. Once you got the wheels chalked and you're setting up your rig, you want to make sure that it's all leveled out. Even if you have an automatic system, it's good to double check with the level. This one's going to let you permanently mount it. You can see the holes here, so you could put it on the side of your rig if you wanted to, or it's got a magnet on the back too, if that works for you and your rig.
So as you guys know, water is super important. You got to stay hydrated, and campground water, RV park water is questionable sometimes. And AJ at eTrailer is going to talk about a couple of different options here. What do you have for us?
We have 2 different options here. So this one is more on the external side where you're going to run your hose that either goes to your freshwater tank or to your city water port, and it's going to filter it. It's disposable, so it doesn't take up a lot of space, and you can place it pretty easily when you need to. Now if you want to upgrade from that, you can get a bigger system. Now this one's external as well. You can already see it's got 3 different filters. They're going to be bigger filters than this one to help that water pressure and water flow go through them. And it's going to filter the water in 3 different stages, so you know that you can count on the water that runs through here. But if I'm honest, it'd be nice if I had something between this one and this one.
Well, actually, AJ, you're going to have to take a look at the one that we have in our rig. So it is about half this size.
Nice.
So AJ, you want to see my water filter?
Sure.
This is the R3 from Blue Tech. Look at the size difference here. I think this is more RVer friendly size, van lifer, whatever. So another one you can consider. So AJ, you think that'll fit in there?
Maybe.
So AJ, you want to double check the weight
Yeah, 'cause
between the two?
I don't think this one's gonna fit in there. Oh, that's way lighter.
Yeah, so this is, I think, the solution for a lot of RVers, although I've met a lot of people that use that version right there. So you get to choose. Now we have a lot more videos coming out from eTrailer, more expert videos, install videos, and more. So smash that subscribe button so you catch those videos. So sometimes there is no rhyme or reason to where your water hookup is on your campsite. Sometimes it's very handy, sometimes it's far away. I think I've had to run 75 feet of freshwater hose. This is a RV basic supply, but also something you need to have a lot of spare of, right, AJ?
For sure. This is going to be a fresh drinking water hose, so it can go to your city hookup or even your freshwater tank. Now this one's only 10 foot, but each trailer has various different sizes of them. And like Tom said, you never know how much you need because you might not be close to the water source and you might need just a little bit more to get fresh water for the weekend.
Well, plus those can go bad like any hose. So if it starts a leak, you're going to want to have a spare. Right. And if you're not in a full hookup RV park or you don't have a faucet connection at your campsite, you're going to need one of these.
Yes, this is going to be a very important tool to help you fill up your freshwater tank quicker with this tube that goes into place. Something I'd like to point out is you have a shut-off valve here. So right now it's in the off position. That means the hose and the water isn't just going everywhere. You can throw this and fill up your tank and then shut off when you're done.
And I'll also add that this is on a travel trailer, and on my fifth wheel actually doesn't have this system anymore. It actually just has a power tank fill. So it just depends on what kind of RV you have, whether you're going to need that or not. But travel trailers, most likely you're going to want to have that. Now, if you're new to the RV life or even experienced, I have a course that you can get available for free. It's a beginner's guide to RVing, and it's through RV Life or RV Trip Wizard. So if you are already a member, you can get this course completely for free. And as you may have heard me mention before, we love our RV Life and RV Trip Wizard membership, because that's how we navigate through the country and make sure we stay on RV safe roads. We keep track of our entire camping schedule, and it's just great being able to input all the campgrounds that we're going to be staying at and the dates, and then it tells us the route to take. We love it. Actually, I'll put a QR code right here so you can just scan it with your smartphone. And actually, I'll give you a code here on the screen that will save you 25% off of your membership. Yes. And then you can go to RV Masterclass, which is part of RV Life, and find my course. And again, there'll be a link to this down below in the description and the pinned comment, as well as our other favorite camping apps. So this is another must-have RV basic supply, right, AJ?
I totally agree. It's going to be a water regulator. So what this does, it goes into your city water line. So this side will go to your rig. I'll get that screwed on there. And then you'll hook up the city water hose to this part down here. And it's going to regulate that pressure from wherever you're staying before it goes into your rig. Because sometimes it's going to be too high pressured, you could blow a line. And this is going to help protect against that and save your hose at the same time. Since it comes down at this angle, your hose isn't going to be constantly bent. It's going to come down here and be just fine.
And another basic RV setup item you're going to want to have is a power cord, right, AJ?
That's right. Now, this one is going to be 25 feet long. It's going to be 10 gauge. The nice thing is it comes down at a 90-degree angle. So that's really going to save your plug, when you go to plug it into your rig, because it's not going to put a lot of stress on this part of the plug, which means it's going to last longer overall.
And there's one more thing to make sure you have power to your RV.
And that's going to be enough cable to get to the power pedestal. So if this is our 25-foot cable right here, our power pedestal over there is that wooden block. We're not going to quite make it. That means you're not going to have power if you don't have enough plug. Well, you can get an extension cord that's going to help you out with that. So we have a 50 amp version here, which we need a 30 for this, but there's different versions for these for all kinds of different cords.
Yeah, actually the 50 amp is what I would use for my big rig right there. Nice and light, right, AJ?
Oh yeah, real light.
Because you never know how far away the power is going to be. Just different campsites are different. And I use my extension probably 1 out of every 4 or 5 times I camp.
Better to have it than not.
For sure. But there is one more important piece that you need before you plug your RV in.
It's going to be a surge protector. So they make them beefier than this, but this one's pretty good on its own. So you're going to plug this part into the power pedestal. Then it'll give you a readout and let you know that the power's safe. Once you know that it's safe, you can plug in your power from your rig into the surge protector. And what's nice about this one is when it's plugged in, it still has a cover that goes over it, so it's not going to be exposed to the elements. It'll be hanging here on the pedestal and be covered up. And
That's really cool.
you can even put a lock on there so that nobody can mess with it when you're not around.
And just remember, before you plug your RV in, shut the breaker off on that. Plug your RV in, then turn the breaker back on is the right order for that. Now, depending on the power you're going to be connecting to, there are even other adapters available.
Plenty of different adapters converting power, so if you need to convert 30 to 50, you can do that with an adapter, vice versa on the other side too. This adapter would add that 90-degree drop for it, so it's going to help out right here. So if your cord that you have that you plug in your rig does have a stress point right there, you can get this adapter and bring it down here so the cord's going to last longer.
Now, this next item I didn't have right away, and I struggled with my cell phone to set up at night to see what I'm doing. Trust me, this will save you time and save you on headaches. What is it, AJ?
It's going to be an LED headlamp. Now, it's during the day, so you're not going to be able to see it right now, but it's very useful to have your hands free. And it also charges via USB, so you don't have to put batteries in it, but it's much better than having a flashlight or using your phone. Like I said, your hands are going to be free. It's going to be on your head, so you're not going to worry about it. It also has a flashing mode. If you want to get somebody's attention, you can do that as well in case of emergency.
And what's the next item you have for us, AJ?
We have a tire gauge. So this is going to check the PSI in your trailer tires. Now, this is rated for your trailer tires, so it can go from 10 to 150 PSI. Keep that in mind if you want to use one from your vehicle. If you use it on your regular car, it's not going to work the same on your trailer. That has way more PSI in it and cause some issues.
Well, and if you've seen our other videos, tires are such a big deal with RVs. They can overheat. If you lose tire pressure, it's a really big deal. So you want to check that often. And there are systems like a TPMS system if you want to spend more money. But since we're just starting out, we're going with a lower cost item here. But you can consider investing more with a TPMS system.
For sure. The other nice thing about it is it's long enough to help you with dual wheel tires, so you can easily access this one here. It's rated for 120 PSI, which this one goes up to 150, so it'll work just fine. Now, if your other valve is back there, it's going to be long enough to reach back there and check the air, or if it's facing this way, you can use this side by hooking it back on there, the way to check that PSI really easily.
Now, if you're going camping and it's allowed, chances are you're going to want to have a campfire. And trust me, I've used these many times because you want to be a campfire hero and not a zero when it comes to starting your fire.
For sure. You don't know the elements when you get there, so it might be a little soggy, but you still want to start that fire. Or just somebody else at another campsite might be getting their fire started. Well, these fire sticks, it's going to be way easier. You can break them in little pieces, put them underneath the wood, and it'll be a quick light and make it easier to get that campfire started.
And of course, when you are camping, you're going to be adventuring and having fun, and there might be the opportunity for the occasional scrape or bump or bruise, right, AJ?
That's right. When you're out there at the campsite, you never know what's going to happen, so it's good to be prepared. So you have some bandages and other first aid items right here in this little pack. Really convenient to have on you just in case. Now we have different sizes of them too, so if you want more bandages and more first aid, you can look into that as well.
And I consider this a must-have basic RV setup item, is just a basic lock for your trailer or your fifth wheel, right, AJ?
That's right. We have a bunch of these at etrailer.com. Make sure you check out the website to get the right ones for you. We have a latch lock here, so it's going to run through and prevent anybody from latching up to your trailer. We also have coupler locks that go around the coupler, lock that, and keep people from hooking up to your trailer. We have also hitch pin locks, so any accessories in your hitch on your vehicle, you can lock those up as well. Make sure you check those out and keep your stuff safe.
So unfortunately, items at your campsite can sometimes grow legs and walk off, but there's a cheap and easy solution for that, right, AJ?
That's right. Get some cable locks. You can easily run these through things you want to keep safe at the campground when you're not around. So I'll show you how to do it here on this watchdog. So we have this set up with your rig. You can run the cable lock through it. Attach that. Now we have the barrel lock on the other side. So they'll put that into place. You turn the key to tighten it down. And now you wrap this around your rig or something so that nobody can take it any further than the cable will let it.
And the cool things about these is they're so long you can attach other things like chairs, your grill, all kinds of things to it.
Maybe a slunky, you think?
Yeah, the slunky here that walked off of my campsite. First item in 11 years of RVing to be stolen. And by the way, you need a slunky like this as part of your RV basic supplies. This is your sewer hose support. You can lock it up. You wouldn't have thought you'd have to lock that up before, but
Now it's not going anywhere.
now you're going to have to destroy it to walk off with it. Now this next item I used to have, but thankfully on my RV my tires are covered, but on a lot of RVs, right AJ, you need to protect your tires.
It's a good idea to protect them from the sun because that's going to dry them out and wear them out sooner. So this really helps you protect from blowouts down the line. If you keep these covered up when you're not moving around, it's just going to keep the sun off them. So we have different versions of them. This would be like a single tire one where you have to get them in a couple packs to cover all your tires, or you can get the dual tire setup where it's going to go on both of them at the same time. Either way, check out the coverage we have to save your tires.
And now everybody's favorite part of RVing, the wastewater situation. There are several items that you need. So let's start out with the sewer hose, AJ.
It's all about making that part just a little bit easier. So the sewer hose kit, we have the Viper kit we're going to show you today. This one has a very good durable material. You can see I can smash on or squeeze it and it's not going to damage it or look like it's about to break. Collapses it in. You get 20 feet. That's going to be 10 feet of section here. We have an extra here if you need it, but we just have this set up so it's easier for you to see. So in the kit, you're going to get the two hoses that go together with the bayonet fitting, and you also have the clear plastic elbow. So when you are dumping it in the tank, you can see when the water is clean and you know that you've already cleaned out the tank.
I would add as well to go ahead and buy another extension, because just the last campground I was at, I needed more than 20 feet. So definitely have more of this, and I really like how this is indestructible, but these do go bad. So have extra, because I throw away several every year with that. But we're not done yet with sewer accessories, are we?
There's plenty more.
And we're not done. There are more products that you need to have on your list before you go out RVing for the first time, right, AJ?
For sure. Next, we're going to look at a gate valve. So what this is going to do is be an extra precaution when it's time to dump the tank. So I'm going to open it up and show you without it. If you were to maybe forget and open the cap while it was dumping, it would all come out and that'd be a lot to clean up. What this does is one more safety precaution so that you pull this and then it dumps. So if you're setting things up, you're not quite ready yet, you control the flow.
And what's really cool about that is you sometimes get a little bit of like water coming through from the RV gate valve. So this gives you 2 of them actually for protection. So highly recommend that from experience. And that one is a little bit different than the one I use. It looks like more of a permanent install, but there is a version that you can just twist right on and you leave it on, and it doesn't fall off. I mean, I've gone thousands of miles and they stay on there, but one of the best investments you can make right here.
No accidents.
Yeah. Don't look for that video on TikTok. You don't want to see that. And you might be saying, gross, we're handling the hose here without gloves, but it's brand new. And you need what, AJ?
You need to have gloves just in case. Like, these are brand new. We just pulled them out of the box. We have nothing to worry about. But you're going to have gloves and spare gloves when you are going to dump your tank, because you don't want to get anything on your hands and you just want to be safe.
Now, this is an RV basic supply that I didn't have for the longest time, but if you've seen any of my wastewater tank videos with Jim at Clean Tank, you're going to know that this is a must-have now. Plus, we actually have another item that we are adding to this that we have not filmed before, so pay attention. Right, AJ?
That's right. We got the Flush King. It's going to help you dump out your black water tank. So this end is going to hook up to your rig. Then you run another hose right here. So an old freshwater hose, or just get a new hose. You see this one's gray, so it's going to let you know right away not to use it for fresh water or for anything else. You have a valve here, so if the hose is running, you're going to turn this, it'll spray water up into the tank. Now you still have a safety gate here too to build out that pressure so that water goes in there so that you can release it and then dump the tank safely and easily. Now, the other thing that it comes with is going to be the anti-siphon valve. So you're going to put this on your water connection where you've parked your rig. That way it protects anything, no backflow or anything going back to that fresh water.
Yeah, this is going to help keep your black and gray tanks clean by doing this. Very important, do not get distracted when you are doing this. We also have videos on our channel where other people have made mistakes with this and have flooded their RV by getting distracted. So a must-have here. Make sure you get all of this here and you're going to be set to RV.